So we're back with another chapter review of Choujin X. To be honest, this was actually earlier than I expected it to be, but we got the third chapter out and the hype train continues. So let's begin as we start off with Tokio taking Azuma to the hospital. Of course, this is straight after the first chapter, so Tokio was still weak after the battle, which made him collapse as Azuma woke up. And the first thing he saw was Tokio's transformation. He was completely freaked out by it, but Tokio himself was more worried about Azuma's state. As he was trying to confront him and all that, Azuma told him the facts that he needs to be careful now, as he is a Choujin, and he needs to hide until he can control this and go back to normal. So the next day, he waited for his family to leave, then comes out of his room. He had to eat his breakfast first, but when I saw that panel, it was just so haunting, as he had to lift his beak in order to eat it. It was kinda cursed, but it was so expected for a sweet Ishida series. And of course he skipped school, but he was just sitting on his bed, just so anxious by his form, as he wonders if he's ever going to be normal again. His only answer now was Azuma, so he left the house with so much anxiety until he reached Azuma's house. He called him, which he responded to, and each other discussed the recent stuff on their phones. Even though Azuma was injected, he was somehow completely normal, which of course that doesn't seem believable, and told Tokio that Choujins transform into what they desire, and of course Tokio transformed into a vulture. Tokio just kept pushing down questions in Azuma's throat until he completely snapped at him, telling him to think for himself. That sort of destroyed Tokio a bit, expressing his pain but relief for Azuma's safety and leaving the scene. As soon as he left, Azuma regretted his words and just felt sorry for Tokio. But before we see much more into that we see the thug, who was the attacker in chapter 1, being interrogated by a mysterious man in a mask. He was trying to get answers from him about the boys, but he refused to speak as he regretted killing his friends and was prepared to die. So the guy sliced his head off into pieces, ending the chapter with a panel with the guy in the mask. This chapter was really actually chill more than the others. There was a few sad moments, but we're starting to get the idea of the series, and the story is now following a path, as the intro is sort of done now. But I am excited to see what happens next for chapter 4 and see if there's any new hype moments. But of course I will leave with this because I got some sort of theory, as I can tell that the next few chapters probably will be the guy attacking the school to find Tokio, and it'll end up two of them fighting each other. Of course, I mean, I might be wrong, but I do want to see what happens next. And that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching today. It was another blast reading the chapter again, and I can't wait to see more of the work. If you guys have any other work you want me to talk about, please say so in the comments, leave a like, subscribe for future content, and all that stuff. Thank you and sayonara.